So I'll probably just skip ahead slightly then, and we'll go to Kurt Angle, because I must have completely missed this. I don't remember you wrestling. I must have missed a pay-per-view, and you had an entire thing going with the gold medal, didn't you? So where does he rank on the all-time list of greats you've wrestled and pleasures to be with?
Oh, he's phenomenal. My first dark match was the night after Owen died. We were in St. Louis, and I wrestled Kurt Angle before he was on TV. So I'd known Kurt for a while, but I had my knee surgery in, I think, beginning of 06. And I came back, and my first angle was with Kurt. And then Kurt wanted to wrestle me because they knew they were going to push him to wrestle Cena. So he's like, Vince is like, we need to get you a lot of heat. Who can you work with where you're going to get a lot of heat? And Kurt's like, well, give me Eugene. And at the time, I'd just come off my knee surgery. I'd probably come back too soon. And I watching the matches back now, like, I couldn't run very well. I couldn't pivot, but it didn't matter. He just suplexed the hell out of me. But he had a lot of ideas for the angle. Like, he wanted to do a thing where, because that's right when he started wearing the mouthpiece. And he wanted to do a thing where he busted his teeth and he had his teeth wired. That's what led to the mouthpiece. And he was flying in somewhere, and I took his gold medal from him on the when I returned. It was like a 3-minute challenge. I knocked him out of the ring, and I won his gold medal. So Eugene would come down the escalator at the airport, and there's somebody there with the sign that says Olympic champion. Somebody assigned Eugene. Eugene comes out with the gold medal. Well, you must be the Olympic champion. Come on, get in the limo. And Angle comes down with the mouthpiece, maybe hits something. And he said, oh, you must be Eugene. Let's put you in the short bus and take you to Raw. He had a lot of good, funny ideas, but in the end, they just said beat up Eugene. So that's what happened.
I take it you never actually got to touch the real gold medal. Was this like an approximation?
I assume so. Yeah.
It's sort of a slightly heavier question, really, because this is Kurt Angle's admitted this himself that by this point he felt his career wasn't quite on the upward trajectory, because I think he just wanted to be champion of the world, constantly like Triple H was. And also, he was quite beat up. He broke his neck twice. Did he ever sort of confide in you that he maybe couldn't do anything physically, or he was struggling at any point?
No, absolutely not.
No,
I was the one that had less ability at that time, and he was throwing me around, and he worked with me. He was great.
Right, so I'll go straight on to Hulk Hogan then. When was the
what
first
you
time?
Gonna do?
It's just he'd be one. He's number one. I'd love to talk to him, because I know some people criticise him, but dude, he's Hulk Hogan. He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
First time you met him, was he just as Hulk Hogan as you hoped he'd be?
Yeah, like the first time I met him was at WCW when he was there, and I just shook his hand. But then when I got to work with him at WrestleMania 20, I mean, that was the best. That was 3 months after I had my knee surgery, and I really couldn't. I was moving. I probably wasn't even cleared to do anything. And I just remember when Muhammad Hassan, which is one of the guys that I started training in OVW, puts me in the camel clutch. Daivari's right there screaming in my face, and Hogan's music hit. I mean, that place exploded. So earlier in the day, he walks in and I think he had a yellow Hulkamania shirt on. And he looks in the mirror, he's got his big bow on, and he takes it and he just throws it in the corner, and he pulls out whichever one he wore. It was either the red one or the tie-dye one. I can't remember. So I looked over there and the shirt's in the corner. Show goes on. By the end of the night, the shirt's still there, so I can go over and steal it. But the story I give is that, like I don't know if you've ever seen the Mean Joe Green Coca-Cola commercial from the 70s, where Mean Joe Green throws the jersey to the kid and he catches it in this big moment. That's my story. Hulk threw it to me and I grabbed it, and it was a connection in a moment we had right there. His hair and boa was blowing in the wind, and it was awesome.
Did you ever get to spend some like proper one-on-one time? Is it all business and how you doing, brother?
Yeah, just in the back, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything anyway. I was scared to death, and what was I gonna say? I don't know. I'd be too nervous just to make dumb small talk with him.
Did you even feel nervous when you did the Hulkamania tour in 2009, I believe?
No, that was good. Well, I guess now you say, I forgot about that. Like, I spent some time with him there. I remember there was one day where we were all in the pool, and I mean, he was always really cool. He's I was happy to be there.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Enough is enough! Booty, poo, candy ass. I had him writhing in pain with my sharpshooter. Rocky! I am not a nugget!
Stick him straight up your candy ass!
I kicked your leg out of your leg.
The Rock has come back!